Whoa, what's going on? Welcome to the Hustlers out there. We got another episode of the Hustle Sports Fantasy Podcast. It's the basketball edition. You know what I'm saying? We just finished week 5. We're going into week 6, so we're going to try to get y'all ready for the upcoming week so y'all can get straight. We're going to go over the top performers, waiver wire scoops, who we cooking or cooling on, and our in the zone lock pick, and then our Hustlers Energy lock pick of the week. So that's going to be a jam-packed show for y'all tonight. But before we get started, what's going on with your fantasy, Ray Ray?
Oh man, I'm good. I'm good. It was a good fantasy week. Ready to, get that day started and just see how people perform. So it's a
Yeah.
blessed day when we get to talk fantasy.
Yeah, always fun, always fun. I agree with that. Hey, again, before we jump into the episode, make sure y'all hit that like and subscribe button on YouTube. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram at the Hustle Sports Network, and on X on X at Hustle Sports Net. So yeah, so make sure y'all follow us there. Tap in with your questions. Get y'all line up questions in comments. We'll hit y'all back with whatever we see fit for y'all. So we're gonna jump off into top performers. Excuse me. The top guards of week 5. It's been a staple, been the same ones. Tyrese Maxey, 71 fantasy points. Luka Doncic, 61 fantasy points. James Harden, 59.7 fantasy points. And then he dropped the 50 ball yesterday.
Jigga J getting busy out there, dropping buckets.
Hey, if only Kawhi come back. Oh, Kawhi supposed to come back today. So hopefully the Clippers got some help because James Harden doing everything he can to try to carry the squad.
Kawhi good for about 2 games a week.
I need him today.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. So some of the top fours from week 5 was Jalen Johnson, 52.3 fantasy points. He was a top performer last week. We discussed him. Mikal Bridges got 50.7 fantasy points this over from week 5. You buying or fading on Mikal?
I'm buying Mikal. So in the last 5 games of Mikal Bridges, 3 of those games he's recorded multiple blocks. And in his last 5 games, he's recorded multiple steals. So he's putting up 16 points a game. He's averaging 5 assists, 4 rebounds. He's averaging 2 steals a game and a block. So he's giving you everything, giving you points, rebounds, assists, steals, blocks, and now he's racking up multiple blocks and multiple steals. So it might be all defensive first team. He keep this up, so I'm buying.
Okay, I like that breakdown. Year 2 of the Bridges project looked like it's working up there. Yeah, yeah.
Had to
So
find his role.
he had to find his role. And sometimes it do take a season. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I know he played with them boys in college, but it ain't the same when you go pro. I mean, I don't know, but
Well, your game got to evolve. You ain't got the same role you had in college.
and you grown men, right? Some of y'all got
Mm-hmm.
families. You ain't the same person you were when you was in college. So
Yeah.
the personality dynamic different too. But yeah, it looked like it's working out for the Knicks. This next guy, he got the Golden State last year. Jimmy Butler, 50 points over week 5. You buying or fading on Jimmy buckets?
I'm buying Jimmy. I've been a Jimmy fan for a long time. I don't always love his antics, but I do like the way he approached the game. And this month, Jimmy's been averaging 19 points a game, 5 assists, and 2 steals. If that ain't Jimmy Butler, I don't know what is. That's him. He's gonna average right around 20. He's gonna hit the boards, he's gonna get some assists. Averaging 5 reels, 5 assists, and getting his 2 steals. It's a perfect fit for him, I think. So I'm buying Jimmy Butler.
Yeah, Jimmy Buck has always been a staple in the lineup. I think what we saw when he was in Miami, and I know people hate this, or at least on the Twitter universe or the X universe, is when people say people need help. But I mean, you watch sports long enough, son, hey, people do be needing help. And
Well,
he had Bam in Miami, but he didn't have a lot of help.
and the thing that we get sucked into when we talk about NBA basketball is that we know the individuals typically can drive a lot of the bus, but we lose sight of the fact that it's still a team sport. And we kind of criticize people for needing a team, but it's a team sport. So I totally agree with that.
Yeah, Yeah, so good points on Jimmy Butler. You buying on him, buying on Mikal Bridges. They balling as of week 5. So the centers, top performers at centers from week 5, Nikola Jokic. He been a staple. I think he been up here the last 3 episodes
Yeah,
we've done.
might as well not even worry about taking them off.
Yeah, it's really just points for real. Yeah, so I think it's obvious we would buy on Jokic.
For sure.
Yeah, no need to go there. Hey, here goes a surprise one though. And we talked about him on the pod as a streamer a couple weeks ago. Donovan Clingan. Now, when we discussed him on the pod, he had just became the starter, if I'm not mistaken. 50 fantasy points in week 5, 57% roster. You buying or fading on Clingan?
I'm fading Clingan.
Oh,
I do see I see a lot of potential with him. He done had 2 monster games this week. But overall, his production is still super inconsistent. You don't know what you're gonna get game from game, week to week. So I mean, I think he's definitely a player that you should roster. But do I trust him? Do I feel like he coming on? I ain't ready to say that yet.
okay. Fading Clingan. I like that though. I like that. I ain't gonna lie. I would have grabbed him and threw it, kept him. But I like that fade. I think you got him in our league, Porzingis, right? Don't you got Porzingis?
Yeah.
He was the
In the
third.
word,
Go ahead.
in the words of Jim Cramer, bye. I gotta buy Porzingis, if for no other reason than the fact that he on my roster. But if you want to get in specifics, he just coming back from injury. He had 30 points in his last game, and he's on fire. In his last 2 games, he's shooting 18 of 27 from the field, 4 of 9 from 3. So we know Porzingis got that kind of talent. He can be elite on the offensive end. The biggest thing with him is just health. But to be healthy, he a must start and got to be in your lineup every day, every week. So I buy
Good point. Good point. So, all right. So that was the end of my top performers list. Who's some of your top performers from week 5?
Gotta highlight, man, New Orleans got some fun things going on right now, man. A lot of players kind of popping, but this week I had Trey Murphy the third. So we know when you're looking at a player's total week over the last 7 days, if you get into that 200 mark, you balled out. You went crazy. He had 199 fantasy points for the week. He's ranked 17th at the position, averaging 37.6 fantasy points. And he's a starter. His job there is to go get buckets, and he can do it at a high level. So I thought he was a great top performer this week. The other guy I have is man, this might be my favorite player this year between him and Cade Cunningham, Josh Giddey. Josh Giddey put up 249 fantasy points for the week. He still ranks second at the position in all of fantasy. He's averaging 48.1 fantasy points a game. And with Josh Giddey, I'm gonna touch on this later in the pod, but he's almost getting a triple double every night.
Every night.
So I mean, he actually, I mean, if they can get back to just consistently winning to where they're contending at East, he gonna be an MVP runner. That's just crazy. And then a guy that don't get a lot of love in the league, Jamal Murray. Jamal Murray had 188 fantasy points for the week. He's ranked 10th at the position, averaging 43.4 fantasy points. He's a guy that don't get a lot of love, but he's steady as they come. So if you got Jamal Murray, especially where you got him in drafts, you're probably super happy with him. He was a top performer for this week.
Yo, hey, Denver had a bad loss to Sacramento last night, but Jamal Murray was doing everything he could to keep them in it, to keep them from losing. So, hey, we know he a bucket. He always been like that. So
he compete with the best of them.
Trey Murphy chopped my Mavs up Friday. Was that Friday? He chopped us up Friday. I think we won that game, if I remember correctly. But yeah, he went crazy. Man, he had a crazy and one, a layup high.
I saw that. Yeah. Trey Murphy cold. He's cold. 6'8", athletic, can shoot. He got it all.
he a dog. And then Giddey, you know, we knew. I feel like this is what we thought would happen if he got out of OKC, especially once they got Shea. You know what I'm saying? We thought he could go to this next level like what he doing with Chicago. So those are great top performers. They definitely balled out in week 5. So, hey, listen, if y'all able to trade for any of these players we named, make sure y'all try to go do that. All right. Not pull the trigger, but push the button.
Yeah, push the button. Yeah, we ain't pulling
Yeah.
no triggers. We pushing
Yeah.
buttons.
All right. So, hey, that was a good recap on the top performers, but we're going to keep it moving to this waiver wire scoop. We're going to try to identify players under 50% roster. Now, some of it may be over 50%, but we're trying to identify sleepers for sure. My first sleeper, Aaron Wiggins, OKC, 27 fantasy points over the season. He only 14% roster. He averaged just under 15 points a game. He getting just under 4 ribs a game, 2 assists. And in his last 7 days, you know what I'm saying, he right on target with what his minutes are, about 28, 27 minutes per game. You know, OKC balling, they blowing everybody out. So, you know, once they up big, you know, the starters, you know, Shea, you know, the main guys, they get off, you know. Aaron Wiggins might be a sneaky play for you. Now I know he might start every now and then, but yeah, he might be a sneaky play for you.
Yeah, I like Aaron Wiggins, man. He another one of them players that when you talk about getting out of OKC, I'd be
Yeah.
real interested to see how good Aaron Wiggins really could be if he got off that team, man. He got good size, can do some of everything. That's a damn good waiver scoop. I'd scoop him just because I like him so much.
Yeah.
But he a great contributor to that team.
Yeah. Yeah. Nah, he definitely is. Who your first sleeper performer? Or
Cedric
your
Howard.
waiver scoop? Oh,
Cedric Howard from
yeah.
Memphis.
Yeah.
He averaging 28.5 fantasy points, ranked number 12 at the position. He was the 11th pick in the draft, averaging 14 points a game, 6 rebounds. Now he's slightly over 50% at 53, but you probably still got a chance to grab him in a lot of leagues. And we know with rookies, as the season go on, they get better. So if this is what he's doing in the first quarter of the season, you know, imagine what this could look like toward the back end after All-Star break.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good one. We played them last night, and I ain't do much against us, but I definitely been watching him over the last couple of weeks though, and I stared at him yesterday a long time. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
good player, man. They got a
He
little
is.
steal with that one.
They do, and it might help them go forward with that retool we was talking about recently for sure. Yeah. So who your second sleeper performer?
And I just scooped this player today. Jaden Ivey. Jaden
I
Ivey
saw he
from
came
Detroit.
back, had a nice little debut the other day.
Yeah, and we saw that a guy filling in for him. Dang, I scooped him. I can't even remember his name. God, let me see. I gotta look up that name.
Dennis, is it Jenkins?
Jenkins, yep, Dennis Jenkins.
Yeah.
Yeah, Dennis Jenkins filled in for him. I was putting up 20 a game on a nightly basis, filling in for Jaden Ivey. But we know Jaden Ivey is the better player, and he get to step right into that position. So, you know, if Dennis Jenkins can come in there and get buckets, we know those shots are going to be there for Jaden Ivey. We know he's a super tough defender, and he's only rostered in 21% of leagues. So it's a good chance you can go out there and kind of swipe Jaden Ivey under everybody's nose and get a big time player in your lineups. So he's my second sleeper.
I like Jaden Ivey. He had a nice debut. It's funny you grabbed it the day you grabbed Dennis Jenkins. I had looked at him to grab him, and I was like, man, I'm gonna come back and grab him. And by the time I came back, you had scooped him up. So yeah,
So,
Detroit
but
doing some big things. Go ahead.
just want to say this one time, you know, we tag it in the show all the time. If you sleep,
You
you
beat.
beat.
I was asleep and I was
Yeah,
beat.
you got beat. Yeah.
I got beat. That's how it worked. That's definitely how it worked. Yeah, so Jaden Ivey, I like that. I like that. That's a good scoop, and I think he's gonna get better as the year goes, as he get more, as he get healthier. And so he available right now while he been hurt. So yeah, good candidate. My second guy is Ayo Dosunmu.
I love Dosunmu.
I do too. That's why I threw him on here, because I streamed him this week. Now he only scored 10 fantasy points for me last night, but he did help push me, push the lead a little more for me. So he increased the lead, he contributed, but the couple nights before that, I think he had 30 fantasy points. So he a baller too. You know what I'm saying? That the young Bulls, they might be doing something, baby Bulls up there. I don't know.
Baby Bulls, yeah. That Central got real.
It did.
We thought Cleveland was the cream of the crop, but now it's like,
yeah.
Are they? They ain't won nothing, are they?
So good point, because Dosunmu helping pushing the Bulls into competitive territory. He averaged 27 fantasy points. He 19% rostered, 15.6 points. So just under 16, just under 3 reps, 3 assists. He hitting 2 threes a game, and he getting major minutes at 26 a game. So he a big staple in their lineup.
Yeah, I love that. That's it's a couple people kind of popping out this year, younger players in that 6-man role, and they getting a lot of tick doing their thing. So I like that. I think that's a great pick.
Yeah. I ain't gonna lie. I gotta jump here because I'm so excited. Hey, I grabbed him last night. I didn't even know he was available still. Zach Edey. That's my last sleeper performer. 36.7% roster. He averaging 34 fantasy points a game. Now, he only been playing in the last 4. I think he was hurt coming out of this, off season. 12 points, 9 reps, an assist, steal, 2 blocks a game, 25 minutes a game. It's a stat stuffer. He's still available in majority of leagues, getting 34 fantasy points a game.
I was asleep, so I got beat. I looked at Edey last week. I looked at him for a long time, and I thought about stashing him, but we played a streaming game in NBA fantasy where you might need somebody today versus being able to hold somebody until they can come back. And so I left him there, and we talk about how hard it is to find a guy at this point that's averaging 30 or more fantasy points a game. So that's a hell of a swoop by you.
Yeah, I was shocked I was able to get him. I ain't even gonna lie to you.
Yeah, but I was so excited.
I ain't gonna lie, I was hyped, son, because I feel like that's gonna do damage for me. Who your third guy?
So my third guy, and I gotta get this in check here, a little over 50% roster, but I'm like, man, he's just playing so good. We gotta touch on him, and it's Reed Shepherd.
Oh
Reed Shepherd balling, man. 30 fantasy points a game, and then on Friday, he actually started the second half. So it looked like they might be a changing of the guard there in Houston, where they giving him the keys. And I mean, he was a lottery pick. So Reed Shepherd, I think the Reed Shepherd to the moon. So if he's still out there in your league, like I said, 55%, so still 45% unrostered across ESPN fantasy leagues. Go grab Reed Shepherd while you can.
He had a great game Friday. Was that Friday against Denver for one of the NBA Cup games? I think that was against Denver. He had a great
They do
game.
everything. He can shoot it, can defend,
tall,
got handles, athletic, go dunk. He liked that.
And he only 45%. I mean, he 55% roster.
Yeah. Now our league ain't sleep, so a lot of these things. Yeah, he gone.
Yeah, he gone.
Anytime I look at a player and I'm like, oh man, he gone. So I went and looked for Reed 2 weeks ago, and he was gone.
That's a great one. So I got 3 more. So the first 3 was our sleepers, and it's funny, as I was going through here, these guys are sleepers too.
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
Who your first guy in the second wave of the waiver wire squad?
and I try to be quick with these, but my waiver scoop column, the first guy I got is Derek Queen. And we done talked about him before. 27.5 fantasy points. He's only rostered still in 38% of leagues. But in his last 3 starts, he's averaging 23 points a game, 8 rebounds, 6 assists on 53% shooting. Go get Derek Queen while still a chance to get him. I went to add him one day and I said, man, I need to see if it's real. And the next day he got added and he ain't been put back since.
New Orleans got him one with him.
Man, they got a lot, man, between Murphy, Fierce, Queen, you know, and we ain't even mentioned Zion, man. They looking great. They looking like a good young team.
I like is it Jordan Hawkins?
Yeah. Hawkins got that strap.
Man, strap. Shoot the lights out, bro. He can score. I ain't gonna lie. They got something brewing right now.
They really do.
Good one.
Who you got?
My first guy. Yeah, my first waiver guy. Hold on, give me a second. Yeah, we good.
Y'all can hear you.
All right, my first waiver guy, Quinn Jackson. Pacers dealing with a lot of injuries.
Jackson.
Yeah, I know.
I wasn't ready for that.
Hey,
Jackson, let's go.
26 fantasy points. He 1.5% rostered, bro. He projected to come back tomorrow. He averaging 21 minutes a game. He averaging 12 points, 4 assists, 3 reps. He got 3 games coming up in week 6. So the schedule is actually a little light for everybody this coming week because of Thanksgiving, I believe. But yeah, he he doing damage. He out there. He available in 98% of leagues. So if you need a streamer, Quinn Jackson, a nice little play.
Okay. All right. I ain't mad at that. That's a real gem right there. You had to search for that one.
Oh, yeah.
And what's interesting, man, with the Pacers is between Quentin Jackson, who the other big is Isaiah. Is it Isaiah Jackson?
Yeah, it's Isaiah Jackson. Yeah. Quentin Jackson, the guard. Yeah, but Isaiah Jackson.
I'm sorry. You're right. But yeah, I mean, they just keep finding them, man. Quentin Jackson, Nembhard, Ben Shepherd, Mathurin. You go to the bigs. They got a plethora of bigs. The interesting thing about the Pacers is, what does this look like come the back end of the season? Somebody got to win out. You ain't got minutes for everybody.
Yeah.
Playoffs coming. We know Halliburton ain't playing this year, so it's a big opportunity for somebody like a Quentin Jackson to make a name and claim his minutes.
Great point. So who your next guy?
My next waiver scoop is Peyton Watson with the Nuggets. Peyton Watson averaging 22.5 fantasy points per game. He's only rostered in 10% of leagues, but Aaron Gordon just had a hamstring injury.
And they just announced he out 4 to 6 weeks right before we came on.
Yeah, so Peyton Watson stepped into a starting spot, and then he coming off a game this week where he had 32 points. So if you need a streamer to hold you down in the meantime, I like Peyton Watson.
Hey, good looking, my boy, because I got Aaron Gordon, so he just went down for me. Yeah, I'm gonna have to tap in with that one, son. I ain't gonna lie to you. Yeah, that's a good one. My next guy, your former guy, or former Cav, Colin Sexton.
Young Bull.
The young bull. Yeah. He's carving out a nice career for himself. You know what I'm saying? I know they want to typecast him like he a 6 man. And unfortunately, he probably gonna be stuck in that role. But 24.4 fantasy points, under 40% rostered. He averaging 15, 2. He got them assists up, just under 5 assists. He getting almost a steal a game. You know what I'm saying? He playing 26 minutes a game, so he getting major minutes for Charlotte. He contributing. So yeah, I like Colin Sexton game. I like his attitude to the game. He a competitor. Like he a guy I want on my team.
You know, I love Young Bull.
Yeah.
And Young Bull gonna be one of them guys that later in his career, he's gonna end up on a really good team and be a really good contributor to a playoff team. You know, he can start, he can come off the bench, he a bucket. We know he a bucket. So I like that. Yeah. Young Bull, I gotta see. Is he out there in our league?
He is.
I
He
might
is.
have to go add Young Bull. My team kind of jam packed, but I might have to find some room for the Young Bull.
He is. Yeah. Go check him out. Go check him out. So who your last guy?
So for my last waiver scoop, I got Anthony Black. Anthony
That's a
Black
good one.
running that 6-man role for the Orlando Magic. And while he's not a big scorer, he contribute in every category. So he in his last 3 games, he got 9 steals. So that just show you the elite defender that Anthony Black is, which we already knew. And he only rostered in 12% of leagues. So if you're looking for a guy that's gonna get some assists, get some rebounds, he's standing 6'7" at the point guard position. You know, so steals, rebounds, assists, with some occasional scoring games. I like Anthony Black.
I like that. I was watching him the other night. He a major contributor for that Magic team.
You know who he remind me of?
Who?
Dyson Daniels.
I can see
Dyson
that.
Daniels was another guy that was 6'6", 6'7", playing point guard with the Pelicans. Couldn't really crack the rotation. They sent him to Atlanta. He all defensive team. So Anthony Black and him, they got a lot of similarities to me.
I can see that. That's a great one. Great one. All right, so my last guy, Jalen Smith, Chicago center. He the backup center.
Yeah.
22 fantasy points a game. He 2.6% roster, so he available in 97% of ESPN leagues. He only playing 16 minutes a game, but he getting 10 points a game. 6 boards. He getting an assist. Getting just under a block a game. He even hitting 2 threes a game. So
Which he can do.
Which he could do. So you looking for a guy that could give you a little bit of everything that you can stream for the week, especially this week that's going to be kind of light because of the holidays. Jalen Smith, a good guy, a good waiver ad to look at to stream for the week.
I like that. I like that a lot. I think, Jalen Smith has been a guy that had a lot of potential, a lot of hype for him when he got drafted and just ain't really carved out a role. But as we see here with the Bulls, maybe this is it. Maybe that backup stretch big that can come in and do a little bit of scoring for you in relief. So I like that. Yeah, if you're looking to stream, I think that's a great pickup option at the big spot.
But also keep in mind, it's a lot of rumors surrounding AD going to Chicago for Vucevic. So they move Vucevic. Jalen Smith could slide in and become the starting center if they do that AD trade. So
we know AD don't want to play center.
We know he don't want to be the 5. So yeah, it could be an opportunity there coming in the near future if they do make a trade like that. So we stay posted on that, stay monitoring that situation. So that's gonna wrap up our waiver wire scoop. And now we finna get into cooking or cooling. I'm gonna swing it back to you first. Who you cooking with?
So we reference this player, so we ain't got to spend a lot of time on him. But my first player, because he's just cooking, is Giddey, Josh Giddey. 48.1 fantasy points, second ranked at the position. This year, he's averaging 20 points, 10 rebounds, and 9.7 assists. He's on the verge of averaging a triple-double. If he do that, it very well might be an MVP season, but that's my first cooking.
I like that. Well, I said that earlier, though. Get it like that.
Yeah, you like that, yeah. Who you got for your first cooking?
Oh, I got Kawhi. 1, because he on my team. Yeah. 2, he coming back today versus your Cavs. Now, knowing Kawhi, he might be on Kawhi, he might be on a minutes restriction initially. But before the injury, 24, 6, and 5, he was playing. And then last year he played a good bit of games. I know the stigma is, he don't play back-to-backs, he don't play a lot, which is true. But I ain't gonna lie. He for sure as they come when he play.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah,
that's my
I
first.
agree with that.
Yeah.
I like Kawhi last year. I drafted him and I dropped him because I got tired of him being out. And then he had a stretch where he played a bunch of games and was on a tear, and I needed him. So as frustrating as he is, you know, you just gotta live with it. You gotta play him when he's healthy, and you gotta keep him on your roster. So I like that.
Yeah.
For my second cooking. Why I said that so proper. My second cooking is Jalen Johnson. Jalen Johnson averaging 49.4 fantasy points. He's ranked 8th at the position. And he's either gotten or failed just shy of a triple-double in his last 7 games. So he either had a triple-double or he's been flirting on the door, one rebound, 1 assist away from a triple-double in 7 straight games. If that ain't cooking, I don't know what fit the category.
Hey, listen, ain't no need to me to add nothing to that. Hey, he been our top performer 2 weeks in a row, so definitely feel you. My next guy, Ryan Rollins, averaging 19. Yeah, averaging 19, 6, and 4 right now for the course of the season. Giannis hurt, so some more opportunities, you know, for him to score the ball. Like, you know, they need buckets while Giannis out, and Ryan Rollins the guy. So that's who I'm cooking with.
It's funny, man. So last year I had the 2K. I'm playing the 2K, and every time I play Ryan Rollins, it was busting me up. I'm like, who is this dude?
Yeah. Who is
and
that?
then
Who?
he is, you know, he like, this who I am, you know. So I like Ryan Rollins, and really, man, he got one of them games that when you watch him play, you know he been in the lab.
Mm-hmm.
You know he been in there working on his game. You know, it's funny, man, because he played with KPJ, but he got a little KPJ, little Jordan Poole-ish to his game, you know, a little more controlled than they are, which is better. You know what I mean? So I like him a lot, man. He got a nice game, and I think that's exactly what Milwaukee needed.
I like that word, controlled. I like that. He a most improved candidate for sure.
Yeah. He about gonna run away with it just because he was it's such a drastic difference than what he did last year.
Yeah. Who your last guy you cooking with?
Trey Murphy the third.
Yeah.
You know, I had to go back to the same players, but when you're cooking, you're cooking. And Trey Murphy, like we said, he averaged 37.6 fantasy points. Another nugget, he scored over 20 points in his last 7 out of 8 games. So Trey Murphy cooking. That's cooking right there.
Hey, listen, I done seen two of them 7 of the 20 plus or more. I seen 2 of them for sure.
Yeah.
Against the Mavs.
Yeah.
No need to spend a lot of time on him. We know what he do. He definitely cooking. He was, you know, a top performer earlier in the show. So yeah, Trey Murphy, great one. Hey, my last one is, hey, I had this guy and I dropped him being greedy. My dog, PJ Washington.
PJ Washington. Yeah, I almost put him on here.
Yo, ever since he been with the Mavs, bro, he been one of my favorite players, bro. He gritty. He not no punk. He want all the smoke. And it was crazy. You know, when he first got there, his jumper wasn't that good. Like, I think people would have said he was a shooter, but he missed a lot. But now you could tell he worked on the jumper. Now he got the drive. He punching on dudes. Like, he doing everything. He averaged 15, 8, 2 assists, 1 steal, 1 block, and he playing 31 minutes a night. And he been balling. We've been needing everything from him. So that's who I'm cooking with.
I thought it was a hell of a move when they got him. You know, to get a player that's 6'8" or 6'7", whatever he listed at, and can do everything he can do, can defend, can shoot, can finish, can score inside, score outside, you know, but he's not a star player. To me, it's hard to find players like that. You
It
know,
is.
it's kind of you know, as a Cavs fan, you know, for us to get DeAndre Hunter he kind of fall into that kind of bracket of player,
Yeah, for
So
sure.
yeah, and I think if he out there, you definitely want him. He probably ain't out there though. But I like PJ Washington. He a dog.
And this a perfect segue into who I'm cooling on, because this the guy we wanted over PJ, Kyle Kuzma.
Oh, Kuzma.
I'm straight cooling on Kuzma, bro. 16 fantasy points over his last 4 games. That boy had a game last week with -7. -7 fantasy points, son. I'm super cooling on Kyle Kuzma, bro.
I think the thing that jump out to me with Kuzma is that he's just not a winner.
It don't seem like he even care to be him.
Nah, when you put him in winning situations, in LA, Bron had to drag him along, you know what I mean, and really kind of be on him. But truthfully, he don't contribute to winning basketball. The only time you really think Kuzma look good is when he on a sorry team and he can get a bunch of shots. But just to be just a solid, hey, let me play my role, let me score when I got the advantage, let me play within the team game. It don't give you much. So I wouldn't be surprised to see him get traded this year. But I'm with you. I'm with you on cooling on Kyle Kuzma.
So who you cooling on? Who your first guy you cooling on?
Isaiah Collier from Utah. So
okay,
he just kind of coming back, and there was some hype on him last year. Could he kind of take over as one of the lead guards in Utah? And he got some pretty good assist numbers, but he don't provide nothing else.
Yeah.
Not that great of a scorer, not that great of a defender. And if you do like I did and took him early, like I took Ace Bailey, thinking it was gonna be something. I really don't think it is. He gonna have some good games where he racking up some assists, but if he ain't getting you that, you really ain't getting nothing. So I think whatever hype you had for him, you can just go and put him back, get somebody else.
Yeah. He was like, he don't even be wanting to shoot it though.
I know, yeah, and ain't much you can do with that. We don't need no. If you can't do everything Rondo could do, we don't need you.
That's true. Rondo would pull it. yeah.
And he gets some rebounds, some steals, some. Yeah, Collier ain't giving you none of that. He just out there passing.
Yeah,
looking like Bronny James.
Looking like Bronny. That's who I was gonna say for sure. Who your next guy you cooling on?
Moses Moody. So Moody done had some big games this year, but they've been a roller coaster.
Yeah.
So this season, Moody has had fantasy games of 64, 61, and 42. That might make you say, damn, where can I go get Moses Moody? But he's also had games of 1, 2, and 4.
I stream Moody. My bad.
Oh, you're good. But you gotta hope that you catch the lightning in the bottle. Because he can very well come out and get you less than 5 fantasy points. So to me, I'm cooling on a guy like that. I'd rather not risk losing a week because Moses Moody didn't give me nothing than trying to hope that I catch a game where he go for 60 or maybe if Jimmy out, Steph out, something like that where it's gonna be plenty of shots for him, then you roll the dice. But I'm cool on Moses Moody.
I streamed him this week. Gave me a good day, but I feel you. It roller coaster too crazy. So my guy, your guy, actually, you got him in our league.
Stop the disrespect. Stop the disrespect.
Hey, listen. I hate to do this because I ain't gonna lie. I've been waiting on the process for like 8 years now. Yo, if you talk about it, this would be like this our year. I've been waiting on Philly year for years now because of Embiid. So I hated to do it. But he ain't played since November 8th. Don't look like there's no return in sight. Drummond was my one of my top guys to add on last episode because of Embiid don't play that much. He only averaging 20.6 boards and 3 assists when he do play. Can't trust it.
And you know, I gotta agree with you because I added Drummond this morning. So
See,
I said, you know, I can't afford to cut him, but I
nah,
also can't afford to have him sit on my roster and not produce. Excuse me. So I said the next best thing is to just have Drummond.
go get his
That way,
backup.
you know, yeah, and I can go slide Embiid into the IR spot on the days that he out, and I can play Drummond.
Yeah. Yeah, so smart move by you to show up that lineup. But yeah, I'm cooling on Embiid. Who your last guy you cooling on?
Oh man, I love this player to death, man. But I had to go on cool on him. Anthony Simons. Anthony,
Yeah.
he been having a rough year. He had a game this week where he had -3 fantasy points. He's only averaging 21.9 fantasy points a game. He's ranked 19th at the position. If you know Anthony Simons, you expect a lot more. And so I hate to say, you know, cut him because I mean, he got the talent to where any point this year he could end up going crazy. But right now, he hard to stomach. He hard to play. So I'm cooling on Anthony Simons.
Hey, yeah, I hate that. But I wonder too, this is what I question too. Because he came from a losing situation in Portland and now he in Boston. Now I know the expectations ain't that high this year because Tatum out, but there's some level of expectation in Boston that Portland don't have. I question what's the fit like in Boston? Like, is that why he's struggling?
Well, I think, you know, and I don't know this, but I gotta imagine, you know, in Portland, they really kind of let Anthony Simons play like Dame. You know, he was kind of under Dame. You know, their games are very similar.
Mm-hmm.
But do Boston view him like that, or are they telling him, "Hey, we need you to play a certain way here," and that's affecting his overall game? You know what I mean?
I would lean that way.
Yeah, because we know Anthony Simons, man.
He
He
a
need the
bucket.
green light. Yeah, he
Yeah,
need the green light.
yeah.
And if you come in trying to tamper him down a little bit and not letting him really just get loose, I think sometimes you know that affect a player and it's an adjustment period. You
Yeah.
know, but they are gonna need him if they want to compete this year. So, you know, he's a player that I would be monitoring. He just hit our waiver wires, and I've been contemplating: do I get him? Do I not get him? Because you know the way fantasy work, you also can't afford to have somebody in your roster that ain't really doing nothing. When you can get somebody who is. But yeah, man, I got a cool on him.
Yeah, good point about not having somebody on your roster when they ain't doing nothing. Leads me to this guy, D'Angelo Russell.
Deloading.
D loading must be froze. He might got to restart the game because he ain't loading. Hey. 21.6 fantasy points. He inconsistent. You can't trust him. And he always been like this. Nobody ever questioned his talent, son. It's always he inconsistent. Like, do you want to hoop every day? I don't get that from him. It's funny. I saw a tweet yesterday where this guy was like, man, Laker fans was tripping, bro. D-Lo good. And then not like it might have been like a week later. He was like, oh no, Laker fans might have been right about D-Lo.
You know, it's the same thing that we talk about that we talked about with Kuzma. Like, does this player really fit winning? And it looked like D'Lo don't affect winning. D'Lo best season was on a Nets team that wasn't that good. You know, so
Yeah,
I think, you know, him and Kuzma, you put them on some bad teams where they can get up shots and kind of really just do what they want, then they'll look pretty good. But you put them in systems where they have to play a role and be a steady contributor, and they're gonna always let you down.
true. So yeah, so I agree. Defrozen.
He froze
So
it.
He frozen. That's what I'm cooling on. So that's a wrap on the cooking the cooling. Y'all got somebody y'all cooking with or y'all cooling on. Hit us in the comments. Let us know who y'all cooking with or who y'all cooling on. So that's a wrap on that segment. We're gonna move into this in the zone lock pick. You know what I'm saying? We try to do under 25% roster, but at this point in the season, it's getting a little difficult. But we still can find gems. So I'm gonna swing it to you. Who your in the zone lock pick for week 6?
My in the zone lock pick for week 6 is Andrew Drummond. Andre Drummond. I don't know what Andre. It's Andre Drummond.
That boy
I'm
created a guy.
malfunctioning over here.
Yeah.
I'm having a little deep frozen moment. Drummond is 17% rostered, so he fits in that in the zone lock pick, averaging 25 fantasy points per. And in his last 4 games, filling in for Embiid, 24 points a game, 13.5 rebounds, playing 35 minutes. So that's a great option to be able to plug in your lineups. And honestly, man, Embiid missed so much time. At this point, you just might have to roster Drummond.
Yeah. I streamed Drummond last week, so I know what he could do for your lineup. I ain't gonna lie, he helped me.
Thank you for putting him back out there.
Yeah. Hey, sometimes you gotta help people. You feel me? Yeah. So that's a great pick. He been good his whole career, so we know what Drummond do. So that's a great in the zone lock pick. My guy, I had him stashed. It's funny. I didn't draft this guy, but he was sitting on the waivers, and I scooped him and put him in the IR spot, and he surprised me and came back early. Keegan Murray. 26.5 fantasy points. He only played 2 games. I watched him last night against Denver. I like his game. He could shoot, put it on the floor. He could pretty much do what you need him to do. He D up. You know what I'm saying? He do a little bit of everything. He just under 32% roster. He playing 35 minutes a game, fresh off injury. So that's probably gonna tick up, especially if Sacramento blow it up. I've been hearing a Levine and DeRozan might not make it through the season in Sacramento, so we'll see. Monitor that. But he averaging 15 an assist and a steal in the 2 games he played. So that's my in the zone lock pick, Keegan Murray with Sacramento.
Okay, I like that, man. I love Keegan Murray when he got drafted. He a hooper, and the Kings just keep stacking star scorer after star scorer after star scorer. And I would love to just see them let some of their young players develop. I think Keegan Murray can do a lot more than what he's been able to do. But because of the situation he in, I think it's capping how good he could really be. So I like that a lot.
Yeah, that's facts. That is facts. So my in the zone lock pick was Keegan Murray. Ray Ray's was Andre Drummond. So hey, y'all tap in with y'all in the lock pick. Let us know who y'all rocking with. All right, we're gonna keep it pushing to this Hustlers Energy lock pick of the week. I'm gonna come back to you. Who's your Hustlers Energy lock pick of the week?
Third time, triple crown. I gotta go with Josh Giddey. I just think what he doing is just amazing, man. 2010 and almost 10. I ain't got to go down another explanation or drop another tidbit for you to know why Josh Giddey is my Hustlers Energy lock pick of the week.
Well, he doing crazy numbers, so yeah, I see why you keep going to the well. So I ain't mad at it.
Crazy.
I think I lost you there. That was old school basketball back in the day. You find a mismatch, you keep going to it till they stop it. So
absolutely.
Yeah. I like that. Get it. Yeah. Josh Giddey. Good one. My lock pick, my Hustlers Energy lock pick is my dog, Alperen Sengün. 4th at the position. For just under 48 fantasy points a game. He averaging 37 minutes a game, 23, 10, and 7. Getting a steal, a block. 3 games scheduled this week against the Spurs, the Warriors, and the Jazz. So he got 2 big games this week to where he could definitely do big numbers. So I got him on the roster, so that's my dog. So that's my Hustlers Energy lock pick of the week.
Oh yeah, that's a great one. That's a great one. Sangoon, H-Town, Baby Jokic, whatever you he
Whatever you
he
want to
just like
call it.
that. Yeah,
He
he
like
like
that.
that, man.
Yeah.
They got a real shot this year, and I'm happy for Sangoon, man. For a while, they was like Jalen Green or Sangoon. They made the right choice with Sangoon.
Oh, absolutely. Jalen Green, I got him too, but he inconsistent. He hurt now. You
Yeah.
know. Yeah, so they definitely made the right decision to go with Sengun. So Sengun was my Hustlers Energy lock pick. Josh Giddey's was Ray Ray's Hustlers Energy lock pick. And as y'all know, you sleep, you beat. So we're gonna transition to this last segment of the day of the pod. It's our Q&A section segment, excuse me. So I'm gonna come with these questions to you, Ray Ray. Is Denny Avia finally a set and forget fantasy starter, or he just on a hot streak?
Nah, he'll set and forget fantasy starter.
Okay.
Averaging 42.7 fantasy points, ranked fifth at the position. He's averaging 25.9 points a game, 5.7 assists, 6.7 rebounds. He the Blazers' best player.
Yeah, Blazers
Um,
best player.
he was a lottery pick. I wanted Denny, man. I was hoping the Cavs would go get Denny. If you ever watched him play, you saw it. And man, he just got to a place where he could show it. And I got a new rule, man. If you get an international player that can score, got any scoring ability at all, and they got some good size, go get them. Go get them, man. They always end up being just great overall basketball players. So I'm happy for Denny. You can set and forget.
Okay. I like Denny too. He a dog. He a dog. I think I had him with them first couple of years. He was in Washington one year. I think I had him,
Mm-hmm.
and I saw he was decent, but he was young. They didn't want to play him as much. Yeah,
Yeah.
I like that. So next question: you trust Cam Johnson minutes in Denver long term, or he more situational out there in Denver?
I trust his minutes long term. I don't trust his production, but yeah, I trust his minutes. He's getting 32 minutes a night over his last 3 games. Like we mentioned earlier, Aaron Gordon just hurt his hamstring. He gonna be out. So along with Peyton Watson, they're gonna need Cam Johnson at 6'8" to kind of step in and play some extra minutes. Not having a good season, but the opportunity should be there.
Yeah. Okay. So the minutes should be there. We'll see what he looked like as the season go on. With Gordon being out 4 to 6 weeks, that may help speed up some of Cam Johnson production. They did give up Porter Jr. for him, so I would like to think he's going to be a pillar of what they're trying to do for playoff success this season.
Mm-hmm.
So my next question, Chet Holmgren, is he a buy low trade target or a trap because of his injury history?
I would say buy low. I mean, he's still a number 3 option, but he impact the game in a lot of different ways. He gonna be on the court. He averaging 19 points a game, 7.8 rebounds, 1.3 assists. We know he gonna block shots. So I like Chet. It's just so hard to find consistent good bigs like that. So if you can buy low on him, I would do it.
I got Chet, so look, he available for a buy low. If anybody watching
Neiman,
who in nah, I got Matherin. Hey, take Matherin back. We could probably discuss something.
we'll talk about that.
Yeah. We could probably do something, man. I've been trying to trade Chet all year. Everybody just be laughing at that offer, son.
I might
Hey,
take him off your hands.
and what's crazy, every time I play him, he ball.
Yeah, Chet a good player.
Yeah, he good. He good. I don't even have no reason why I want to trade him, honestly, bro.
Yeah.
But yeah, last question of the episode. Which player do you regret drafting the most this season?
So for me, it was Cam Thomas. I took Cam Thomas, averaged 25 a game last year. So I'm like, man, he just went through this whole little period where he didn't get paid. They signed, he took the 1-year deal, the prove it deal. And I thought he'll come out hungry. I thought he'd come out not only scoring, but looking to show that he's not a selfish player that caused him not to get paid. And he looked like a selfish player, and he hurt. So, I think he out there all he's looking to do is shoot. Now he's injured. He was averaging 24 fantasy points per game before the injury. And like I said, you can find 24 from a guard, so you can stream guards and get that kind of production. So if that's what you're getting out of a number 2, number 1 option type player, it just ain't really what you're looking for. So I'm like, where I took him, I could have got a much more productive player.
Okay. Yeah, I saw he was still sitting on the waiver, so the rest of the league feel that way too.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good point. Cam Thomas, who you regret drafting the most this season. So that's gonna do it for this episode. I feel like we had a great show today. Make sure y'all drop y'all teams in the comments. You know what I'm saying, on the live chat. Tap in with us on X at Hustle Sportsnet. Tap in with us on Facebook and Instagram at the Hustle Sports Network. And just hit us with y'all lineup questions. Let us know what y'all need help with, and we're gonna try to tap in with y'all and help y'all out, help y'all win y'all leagues. So as y'all know, until the next episode, if you sleep,
You beat.
hey, that's what it is. We're gonna end it on that note. Hey, we appreciate y'all hustlers.
Till next time, hustlers.